All right, we're talking to Frank Kitching today, who's the new Skipton NEMSA branch chairman. Frank, that's correct, yes?
Yeah.
Enjoying it so far?
Yeah, it's been a good experience, all of it really. It's thrown it deep end a bit, but I've got good men around me to keep me on track, I think.
Good. Just talk me through the history of the family and the farm, will you?
Well, it's my dad and his brother, Richard and Charles, his farm, and then there's me and Jack, who are my father Richard's sons, and Thomas, who's Charles's son, are all at home. We go off and work elsewhere a bit, do all, me, Thomas and Jack. We have, we buy and finish store cattle and lamb sheep. Predominantly Swaledale sheep, because we're a hill farm.
Yep.
And breed the mule lambs. And we also keep some lowland sheep, and we started keeping more and more mule lambs of his own back to keep more mule sheep herself as well now. Based in Freshfield, but we spread out from up above Buckton at Outer Shore to land we have down in Cheshire, so we're a bit all over the spot really. But everything comes back to the farm base to lamb, the lamb inside, and then goes back out here, there and everywhere when they get lambed and set up. It's the system we have.
How many acres in total then across all the holdings, roughly?
I think we'll maybe have about, well, I guess I'll get told off by my father if I'm wrong, maybe 1,600 acres, something like that. As there's been more, there's about, my father and Charles have kept taking more land on to provide work for us all at home really.
Okay.
It's all family run, it's always all family staff, and that's how it's always worked really.
Good. Mixture of what? Hill and pasture?
Yeah, hill and pasture, yeah, like we have some high benty land and some more land, and then obviously pasture land as well, sort of thing. The Swaledale sheep run on all the highest land, and then the lowland sheep, the mules, they run in the better grazing. We used to have quite a few mule sheep before foot and mouth time, and then obviously we got culled out and restocked, and then as time's gone on now, we've started keeping more mules back each year. We keep some of the skimmers back to bring in mule sheep ourselves as well now. So it's a system we have. But I mean, we've taken more lowland land on in recent years, so that's why we're keeping more mules back. Well, a lot of the higher land we've always had Swaledale. It's always been a Swaledale farm really.
Yeah.
But in the good grazing, we haven't found out that can match a mule sheep really. In terms of easy farming and plenty of lambs.
And you just use the Swaledale ewes, do you? None of the Scottish blackface?
No, stick to Swaledales. We have a flock of blue-faced Leicester yells. We're on about 30 blue-faced Leicester sheep now. They've sort of increased in the last few years to breed his own tups, and we do sell a few tups. It's something. Hopefully we'll start selling a few more tups each year. It's something I quite enjoy doing, is trying to breed the Leicesters as well. Yeah. It's quite a challenge. And we just buy in fresh blood each year, just for fresh blood lambs to put onto his own yells really.
And how many have you lambed this year?
We've only a couple hundred mules coming through at the moment.
Still lambing though, yeah?
Yeah, but we will increase. Over the next few years we'll sort of get up to sort of like maybe about 800 mule yells. On the ground we aim to sort of like rear one sort of, every time we've reared maybe be 1.5 sort of lambs a yow.
Right.
It hasn't been the most vibrant of springs this year really, and the sheep have had a hard time, but we've not done too badly in the end. It was a very bad spring 5 years ago, which were bad, but between winter, the build-up of the winter before, well, sort of late summer last year really, from July right through the winter, and then the spring, it was so wet, and you know, nothing had a lot of sort of gloom about it really, but it's been a hard time on sheep, but to be right honest, the weather they've had at them, they've done well to get through really, I'd say. But no, it's been a hard time. hopefully a good summer to come. Ever since we've bred mules, really, we've sold all the mule lambs at Skipton, and predominantly of his weather lambs and everything go through Skipton, really. There's a good 90% of the mule ewe lambs we sell go to the first 2 sales, the 2 NEMSA sales, and then there's a few younger or smaller lambs that go to some of the later sales that we have through the season. And then obviously we keep some back ourselves, and we'll start keeping more back as we've got more bred more now. We'll keep more back as well.
Why have you decided to increase your mule numbers? You like the breed, obviously.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's a breed that we had in the past, and we've always bred them. We've taken more land on that suits the mule sheep. I mean they do anywhere, to be honest, but we've taken,
very versatile.
Yeah, we are a versatile yow, and we've just taken more on and just more land on, so we've increased that way, and we've we thought we'd plenty of Swaledale sheep, really. And, we have had other breeds of sheep over the years. I mean, a lot of sheep, we've had all sorts of different breeds of sheep, but we've never had aught that can sort of perform anywhere near the mule, really, in terms of, you know, easy care and just rearing plenty of lambs, and also, like with spring like this year, being able to cope with the weather better than other, you know, potential lowland breeds, because they have that hardiness in them, being bred up in the high ground. You know, they tick the main boxes in terms of when you're lambing a lot of sheep. Easy to lamb, look after the lambs well, you know, hardiness, they produce a lot of milk. Just a good long-lasting sheep. Even though it's a successful breed that does very well, I think, you know, you never want to be standing still, do you? You know, keep developing the breed and keep, you know, putting them on the market, letting people know about them, really. I don't think anything's ever at 12 o'clock, is it? You know,
No.
You can only ever improve and keep looking to improve. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backward, aren't you? So try and get to some of the, you know, shows down country with either through NEMSA or Skipton branch, because that's who I'm involved with, whichever, just promoting the breed and, you know, going and seeing people from all over the country and all over the United Kingdom, really, who buy the breed. It's good to see them and hear from them and speak to them, and, you know, it's all part of it. We rely on, you know, hill farmers. They call it the harvesting of the hills, don't we? We rely on these people coming from all over the United Kingdom to come to our sales. You know, it's good to get out and see them and speak to them and see where they are and see their local shows and stuff. So just keep promoting the breed, keep moving forward with the breed. The show at Skipton, and in recent years we've kept picking up 1 or 2 tickets, which is, you know, very rewarding on the day. But we also show at we've showed at Kilnsey Show for a few years now, in one of the summer shows. We've picked up quite a few in the local classes. We've always been out of contention so far in the Open, but hopefully we'll get there one day. We showed at Gargrave Show last year for the first time. That were a good day out, and we got a few prizes there, so that were enjoyable. It adds a bit of interest to the breed. I took over from Neil Heseltine as chairman last year, and, you know, the breed and our branch itself, Skipton, are in a healthy position. But I just think, you know, same as all, you need to keep moving forward, keep trying to promote the breed. You know, just don't stand still with it, really. It's a very successful breed, and people who have them have always, you know, been very happy with the mule. They've always done well for them. But just keep getting the breed out there all over the country and keep putting it forward, really. So just don't stand still with it. Hopefully leave the Skipton branch in as healthy a position as I took on the role as chairman. It's a thing. Even when I was vice chairman last year, when we had meetings at his own branch, it's a thing I kept trying to put forward, because I think all branches are trying to do it, promote the breed all the time. But I know at Skipton they're trying to push using social media more, with you know, to sort of connect with the younger generation of farmers. And I know just on a personal level, when it came to the sale seasons last year, we put a few pictures of like dealing with lambs, dealing with sheep through the summer and dealing with the lambs near the sale time, and then just pictures of just constantly putting stuff forward on social media. And I know last year it did help us at sale time.
Yeah.
It was amazing how many people who came to look at our lambs who've never really been before, because they'd seen them on stuff and seen that. And I think it's just a thing that's I think social media's a big thing in life, not only in terms of like, obviously it's called social media, but in terms of farming and stuff in general now. I think it's a real good source to hit the younger generation, because people we're on the phones looking at stuff, and it's amazing how you can attract younger audiences by using this power of social media, really, because one post can people from every different corner of the sort of United Kingdom can see it, really. So I think it's something as a breed we should try and, well, my opinion of it is use the power of social media more to promote the breed, not just at sale season. I think right through the year, from where the full cycle starts, when you're putting your tucks out, to when you're feeding your sheep, to when you're dealing with your sheep and using your different products and all sorts, and you're taking pictures of like where you are and stuff. I think it's a really powerful tool, this social media. It's interesting, you see, not just for us breeding mules, but for people who sell mules. I think they put a lot of posts on and stuff, and it's interesting, and it's nice when they put stuff on, if you can like their stuff they've put on and they see yours, and I think it's just a good connective, tool to connect with people all over the spot, really. So that's why I joined up with Facebook, not purely for that reason, really. You need to keep encouraging the next generation.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's probably the easiest way to connect with the next generation, I think, is the social media and stuff. You just got to get to connect with them, and then you get to talk with them, and just keep up with the modern way of life, really, isn't it?
Yeah.